I haven't played any fan games in ages, so I searched the internet for a good Pokemon fan game and I stumbled across Pokemon Unbound. Pokemon Unbound is a beloved fan game and has its very own story. It's the game surrounding Hoopa, which has its own new and improved features from vanilla Pokemon, and I can't wait to get started. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, as only 2% of my viewers are subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you hit that button. I have nothing else to say, so let's begin. The game starts with some prologue, highlighting a war between the new region Boreas and Kalos. To end the war, Hoopa was summoned and sent the Kalos army back to Kalos. The ultimate weapon as well as the story with AZ and Floette was also brought up. Back in the Boreas region, Hoopa attacks the Boreas kingdom, and to subdue it, the Boreas king uses the powers of the bird trio and the Arceus plates to seal its power and revert Hoopa to its bounded form. 15 years later, a scene that depicts a man throwing a Pokeball into a river as he is seemingly confronted by someone hidden. Before he leaves, he tells Hoopa to watch over his son. I wonder who that is. The Pokeball the man threw away ends up at a beach and actually contained Hoopa. This guy in the hood finds it and states that it is time for the Eternal Flower to rise again. The Eternal Flower being the world destruction inducing weapon, otherwise simply known as the ultimate weapon. In present day, the player character, which is me, or in this game, Random, suddenly gets teleported by Hoopa right into the evil team's hideout. You can't even get good sleep nowadays. I immediately get put to sleep, or in other words, laid the fuck out and imprisoned. I do learn that there is another guy in prison with me. Hoopa then walks up to me, or floats up to me, or floats to me. I don't know why that was so confusing. The man from the beach shows up and tells Hoopa that it can use its rings without his permission and reminds Hoopa that he is its rightful trainer. It doesn't seem Hoopa obeys him though. As I explore my prison, I found the other guy that's in prison with me trying to leave. He gets pushed aside as he has no Pokemon. I get to name this guy, and well, I named him Dealer. And well, it's a drug joke, but for the life of me I can't remember why I named him that. He apparently lives in the same town as me, and as we explore the place, we find 3 very strong Pokemon that turn out to be the starter options for this game. Given the choices Gible, Beldum, and Larvitar, I chose Beldum because it's cool and that's it. It's hard to choose from these 3 and go wrong. I named Beldum Red X and team up with my dealer to crack down the guard. Get it? Because I cracked. I deeply apologize. As I escape, this cool dude in red shows up and gets the guard to retrieve a package. Some sort of shady stuff is going on and I'm heavily invested. The hideout seems to be nearby my hometown, so I head there and meet up with my dealer and Professor Log. My dealer actually did errands for this professor, so I'm now questioning what type of professor he is. I have my first rival fight where I continuously metal bash his Gible to win. My dealer isn't fond of the professor as he storms off. The professor asked me to retrieve a package from Bellintown, but there seems to be a trouble as this yellow-haired dude just straight up steals the package. I follow them and it turns out in the package there's a couple Master Balls which they take and use to capture Articuno. I tried to stop them by taking on the grunts but only managed to get back the package without Master Balls. I tell the professor about the situation and well, he replies with the region might be in grave danger. Not the first thing you want to hear as a new trainer, but we move. He tells me to meet his old friend in Dresco Town and we set off again. Tracking my way through Icicle Cave, I run into my dealer and beat him in a battle. He tells me to take part in the gym challenge and that the next gym utilizes powders, whatever that means. He also hands me the safety goggles, which is nice of him. I catch my next team member's wheel and named it Tusk because it reminded me of Johnny Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, his stand ability being named Tusk. I make my way into Dresco Town and enter the gym and yo, this guy is probably one of my dealer's clients. That's some real shit, man. I beat him pretty easily and get the Leaf Badge. I go ahead and meet up with Professor Log's friend and find out the professor's first name is Euler. Get it? Because Log, while also being in line with the naming convention of Pokemon professors being named after a form of wood, but also meaning logarithm, is a math joke. I'm getting old. Anyways, the professor's friend Arthur shares that if the bird trio were brought to a place called the Ruins of Void, then Hoopa's power would be unleashed once again, and that's a bad thing. The plan right now is to save Moltres from this fate of being captured by the evil team. The grandson of Arthur, Jax, goes ahead to save Moltres, and after some deliberation, we go ahead and follow suit as well.